Good morning. This is Marcia Johnson, and this is our second stream, our live stream that we've tried here. I'm trying to see if I can find myself to see if I'm on. Okay, looks like I am. So, I'm going to chat a while here. We're scheduled to come on at 11, and it's not quite there yet. So, I guess I'll just chat about what's going on lately. Got some more drama in my life. My pup Romeo, who was on the last video, a picture of him anyway, looks like he has a fairly large lipoma on his leg, so we're going to have to deal with that. Also, I'm seriously thinking about moving to Florida since my sister and my nephew and his family is moving there. So we'll see how it goes. We'll wait till 11 to see if anybody pops on. Okay, just put my hand there to see if I'm really live, and I guess I am. Oh, let's see. What else can we talk about? Today is an absolutely beautiful day in Sacramento. It's still a little chilly, but it's sunny and clear, and everything is looking very good here. This is really nerve-wracking. I hope you'll forgive me. I've not, this is only my second live, and I'm not very comfortable with it, and I think doing videos now is not so bad. It was at first, but it's not so bad. So hopefully this live thing won't end up being so bad either. Okay. My plan was to do a card with the Gather Together stamp set, and I was really having a terrible time trying to think of something. I don't know. Maybe it's just the idea of doing it this way that I was just having a block. Anyway, I was watching one of my channels that I follow the other day. It was Kelly Atchison at A Stamp Above. And she was doing a Gather Together card, and I really, really liked it. So I thought, you know what? For my first card, I'm going to case that one. I'm going to change it up a bit, mostly because I don't have the designer series paper she used. But I'm thinking maybe a lot of other people don't have it either. So I'm going to make my own. And to do that, I'm going to bring in this Colorful Seasons stamp set and just use that lovely smaller leaf there. So that's pretty much for the stamp sets. Let's talk about the dies I'm going to use, and they'll be for both cards. The Gathered Leaves, I'm going to use these 3 dies. Oh, these 4 dies. And with the, I'm also brought in the Seasonal Layers Thinlits, and I'm going to be using this die here and this one, which cuts out a beautiful, probably maple leaf. And then I'm also going to use the ornate frames. Now, I was going to use this one, but it was too much. So I just am using this little frame here. And I think that's it. We're also going to use this punch, everyday label punch, and I will show you how they work really well together. For colors, I'm going to stick with her color scheme. It's one of my new favorites, Pretty Peacock and Celestial Copper. And I am going to emboss a little, so we'll use some Versamark. And for cardstock, we're pretty much going to stick to the copper foil, Pretty Peacock, and Whisper White. Okay, let's get started with Kelly's card, or my version of Kelly's card. To make my own DSP, I'm just going to take some white cardstock and the leaf from Colorful Seasons. Let me get all these guys out of here. I've done most of the cutting and everything ahead just because, yeah, okay, I'm really nervous about this whole thing, so I was too chicken to do it live. But what I'm going to do is start with this copper ink and just make my own DSP. That's okay, we'll go around that. Okay, then I'm gonna clean that off and bring in the Pretty Peacock ink. And we'll stamp with that. And if it goes over a little bit, it's no big deal. Okay. Now we'll take that, lay it aside to dry because the copper ink does take a while, and we'll bring in the pieces that I've already cut. We'll start both cards with a piece of Pretty Peacock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. For the inside of our card, we're going to have a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of Whisper White. And I think for mine, I'm going to take a piece of Pretty Peacock, and this would be 3/4 by 4. And I'm just going to use, I think I'm going to use snail today if I have it. Well, don't seem to, so I'm going to use glue. Just put it on the back. Oh, it's hard for me to remember to keep talking. When I do videos, I get to stop, and Ryan just speeds everything up, and I don't need to worry about it, but I should keep talking. Anyway, and then I thought I had a little piece of copper in here. Well, I seem to have misplaced that, so I'm going to take a piece of my, oh, here's a piece of copper. Let me just make a strip here. I'll be right back. I'm going to cut a strip that is 1/2 inch by 4 inches. Or something close to that. I'm just going to put that down here. Okay, and then that's not very straight. Okay, let me go find the piece I originally cut. And while I'm at it, I'll grab my snail. It'll make everything easier. Sorry about that. I'll be back in a second. And I have a very squeaky chair. I apologize for that too. Okay. Snail in hand. At least this one's straight. And then I previously cut out with these lovely dies. I did it in both the Pretty Peacock and the copper. I cut out some leaves, and I'm just going to stick one of those here. And I think for that, I'll use a glue dot. And that's going to be the inside of my card. Kelly did it differently, and I like hers very much also. She also put a sentiment in there, and I'm not quite ready to do that yet. So let's put this on the inside, and that part will be done. And I'm just going to use snail because that's easier. That's the inside, and I think it's pretty. Okay, for the front of our card, we're going to take a piece of that DSP that I made, and it's about, oh, let's see, two inches by 5 1/4. That's going to go here We won't put that down just yet though. We're also going to take, this is a, what is it? 7/8 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to put some snail on the back of it and put copper on both sides. Kelly just put it on one, but I want to try it with both because I don't really want to totally copy her card. I want to make it a little bit my own. So we'll take and just have a tiny bit of copper showing on each side. And of course, because you're here, or I don't know if anybody's here or not, but it's always more difficult to line things up when you're feeling a little pressure. Oh, you know, I forgot to turn on my light. Okay, let's try that again. Just a tiny bit all the way down. I get it straight and I get it off. Okay, and let's do the other side. Same thing. Okay, we'll take our other strip, which is also 5 1/4 inches long, but it is 1 5/8 wide. And I already took that lovely stamp Gather Together in Versamark, put it down here, and using the copper embossing folder, I embossed the Gather Together down here. So let's put those strips along the side. Again, I'm just going to take some snail and run it down. Same thing on the other side. Sorry, but I can't talk and do this at the same time. Well, I guess I can. It's just harder. Okay. Now we're going to put the front of our card together, and we'll put this, let's see, make sure that these are all pretty close to the same. All right, we're going to put this one on this side, right about there. So I guess I can put this piece right about here. Go ahead and put that down. Right about there. Then we're going to take some dimensionals, put it on the back of our peacock pieces. I think 3 will be plenty. Oh, somebody from Arkansas is on the chat. Teresa, thanks for stopping by. We're going to put one down each side here. Oops. It's a little off. So let's try again. Okay, let me try it this way. Maybe I can see a little better. Okay, and we'll take this other piece, put it on dimensionals, and I use more dimensionals than I should. In fact, I find the backings everywhere. I was taking a bath this morning and I found one floating in the bathtub. Okay, we'll do 6. And put that down on the other side. This is a very pretty card. Thank you, Kelly, for sharing. Okay, and then Kelly took a leaf like this, and you know, I'm going to pop that up on a dimensional too, why not? Which is also cut out with the gather, what are they called? I'll find out here. The gathered leaves framelits. And I'm going to put that right up here. And she took a piece of that copper ribbon and tied a knot in it and used that. But I'm going to take a piece of the linen, peacock linen ribbon, and with a glue dot or two, I'm going to attach that to the bottom of the leaf. Stick that right there. Okay, so that's our first card. I hope you liked it. And then we'll go to the next one, which starts out pretty much the same. It's also pretty peacock. Card base. And for the inside of this one, I took the regular 5 1/4 by 4 white, whisper white, and then I'm going to put on some pretty peacock down here, and this is also 3/4 by, it will be 4 when I cut it. Put it down here. And let me get some snips. Take care of the extra here. All right. And then I took a little piece of the designer series paper I made, and we're gonna put that here. It looks like I smeared this one a little bit, so let's get a piece of the new one, and I will just trim that just a second. Oh, actually, I just remembered I was gonna have that go this way. So oh, that's okay. It's all right. We'll make it work. So, 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And you know what? We'll just have it go down this side instead of having it, instead of going across the bottom, which is what I originally was thinking I was going to do. We'll just have it go sideways here. There we go. Maybe we'll stick a leaf on that at the bottom too. I don't know. We'll wait and figure it out. Oops. There we go. Okay, and we'll put that in here, right like this. And for this card on the front, I took a piece of, oops, I took a piece of the copper foil and put that down on the front. And then on top of that, I'm going to put some of that printed paper that I made, or DSP that I made. Let's see. And before I do that, though, I want to wrap a piece of that peacock ribbon across right about, I think right about there. So let me, well, this ribbon is a little stiff, so I kind of like to put it down with a little bit of snail and then flip it around and attach it with tape. So that's what we're going to do. You can see I had a little misstart on this side, but that's why pieces of paper have two sides. So you can mess up one and have it work on the other. Okay, now I don't know if I want to pop this up or not, so we'll just lay it here for the time being. And then I was having a terrible time trying to figure out what I wanted to use for a label. Oh, let me show you some of the leaves that I made. Some more of the leaves that I made. These are with the framelits from the gathered leaves. And this leaf I actually embossed and then cut out. I embossed it, used Versamark and copper embossing, and then took this large framelit and cut that out. This leaf came from the seasonal layers thinlits, and I cut this, or the top, in Pretty Peacock, and then I cut a layer, in this one, I used this one to cut a layer of copper foil, and then just attached the Pretty Peacock to the copper foil. And then we still have some of these laying around, so we'll figure out which ones we're going to use. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Teresa. That's very kind of you. Okay, well, the one you saw was actually Kelly's card, just my interpretation. So anyway, I wanted to put a label on here, and I was having a terrible time because at first I thought I maybe wanted to do the, oh, where is it? I've lost my labels. I thought I might want to use the ornate frames and do this, and then use the other one on the inside. Where did I put it? This little guy on the inside, but it was just too ornate. It was just, I thought I had it here. I'm going to take a look for it because I swear I brought it with me. And otherwise I'm going to have to redo part of this anyway because I can't find my labels. Oh, wait, they fell down here. I just remembered. I heard them fall. So anyway, this ornate frame, I was going to use that, but I just thought it's a little too much. So then, but I really liked the inside label, this label. So I stamped it and tried that. And then I found this everyday label punch. And it turns out it perfectly matches this die. So what I did was cut a piece of paper to, let's see, what is it? 1.5 by 3.5. Then I took my label punch, turned it over, and put my paper in here. And it fits very snugly, but right in there. And cut this in. Then I put my paper in again. Pulled this part up and out. Went right to the end over here and cut it again. So you see, instead of this label here, which was way too short, I have a label that is perfect for my, for this. It just, I mean, seriously, it's like they were meant for each other, or made for each other. Anyway, then I stamped my Season of Thanks over here, and that's what I'm going to use for, my sentiment on the front of my card. I'm going to put it right there. So now, you know what? I'm going to put this flat and I'm going to pop this up. That'll work. Okay. I'm going to take dimensionals and pop my label up. And then we'll figure out what to use to decorate the rest of the card. Like I said, I'm very grateful to Kelly Atchison for the color combination, which it's so pretty, and for the idea for the first card that I sort of stole from her. Did change it up a bit though. Have to change things up a bit. Okay, then we're gonna arrange our leaves. Let's see how we want them. I think they call this dry fitting. Let's see, maybe a little bit. out. Okay, this one I'm going to put here, and I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of it. At least on the top part. And then I think, yeah, maybe I'll put that one there last. Maybe this one straight on. Right here. Maybe we'll tuck one of these behind somewhere. Maybe not. Okay, I like that. And put this one down here, I think. I'm gonna pop just part of it up. Part that goes down here. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll put that right here. Oops. Maybe a little bit more up. Okay, and then I think I'm going to take another one of those little bows and a couple of glue dots and stick that on the front too. Right there. And let's see, we have these cards left in here. Maybe I'll just put one, not these cards, these leaves. Maybe I'll just put one right over there. Next, we need some envelopes. And I'll show you what Kelly did with one of the envelopes, and then we'll do something else for the other. What she did was take an envelope and we'll just slide it under here. And she took the pretty peacock and the stamp from the Gather Together, the large stamp. And you know what? Let me wash that off because I think it has some copper on it still. And she pretty much stamped all over the back of the envelope with this big old stamp. And it was lovely. Oops, that's not so lovely. Yeah, that's really not so lovely. Let's try that again. In fact, you know what? I'm going to get another piece of paper so I don't have to worry about going off the edge. There's a whole pile of paper that's used on one side that I keep by my computer. Okay, let's try that again. And then we'll fill in. There. That's not so bad. And if you do something like that, I happen to have the matching pen here, and you can just go along and fill it in. And I don't think anybody's going to know the difference. So there's that envelope, which I think is quite pretty. We'll put that with Kelly's card. And then I think for mine, I'm just going to grab another one since I messed one up. Okay, I think I'm going to take that smaller leaf again and just put that down in the corner, and that'll be it for me. Just right down here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so thanks for stopping by today. We're going to try this again next Saturday at 11 o'clock. And hopefully I'll be better at it by then. God's the only one that's going to know how this is going to work. But there's the one card, and here's the other card. And I hope you like them. If you did, maybe we could see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye. Have a great day.